Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mark back on Micro Aquatics today. You're looking at a day-old baby Corydoras in his little egg case there. Just a day old. You can just see it wriggling around. You saw the video. This is basically the next day afterwards, and I've got this little macro lens for my camera the other day, and it's absolutely amazing. Not super clear, but you can see little things hopping around in the water column there behind the glass, and it comes with its own little built-in light. But you can see that little embryo in there slowly forming away, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little daily stage until they hatch. Okay, so this is day one. You can just see that tiny little embryo there in the middle. It's got a little tail wrapped around, and every now and again you can just see it move very ever so slightly around inside its little egg case. It was an amazing thing witnessing these guys spawning in the last video. Like I said, I haven't done it for a lot of years, and it is super exciting even to this day. And even now, it just opens my eyes every single time with this hobby. I see new things every day. Technology like this is coming out where we can see these things super close up, and it just brings the hobby to another higher level for me. It's somewhere where I've never been able to see before, and things I've never seen before. Where before I'd have magnifying glasses and things, and it would only give you so many times magnification power, but this is just amazing. This is like microscope power. You can see right up into that egg, and that egg is just like a little pinhead stuck to the side of the glass, as you saw on the video, and you can see him moving around. Look at that, a brand spanking new little bronze Cory on the way. Thank you for all the great comments and things on the last pair of videos that I've done on the Cory breeding. Been fantastic, and like I said, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Right, okay guys, it's day two, and believe it or not, these guys are already starting to hatch. I took you that micro footage yesterday. We'll do some more on some of the eggs in a minute. Some of the eggs on the glass here haven't made it, they weren't fertilized or something goes on, but you normally get that. You get the odd moldy ones, but then you'll get the healthy eggs which will start to hatch very shortly. And you can see that little one there just zipping down to the bottom by the sponge filter on the left hand side. Very small, like little tadpoles, and when they come out they'll just scarper down to that substrate. There goes one, whizzing down. Fantastic stuff. Now we've got quite a lot of eggs on that leaf there which drop below. There's lots and lots of them on the back of this leaf as well, on this Amazon sword. But we're starting to hatch already, so I'm going to fire on this little macro lens, and we'll zoom in again on this little cluster of eggs here, because some of them haven't hatched. There goes another one there. Some of them haven't hatched yet, but there's a couple of little duds there as well. So I'll zoom in on those guys and we'll check them out, and we might be lucky and see one hatch, which would be absolutely amazing. Alright guys, you can see another one there. It's in the egg case, still moving away, but it hasn't broken free yet. You can see the infusoria in the water as well, those little tiny white little worms there, just gliding around on top of the surface of the egg and around through the water column. And that's what these guys are going to feed on, okay, when they've hatched. By putting the plants in there, you're going to have a natural little cultivation of infusoria in the water anyway, okay. So they're going to be feeding off of that micro life that you can't even see. When they hatch, they'll be creeping around. I can see them in the tank now, swimming around in amongst the plants, and I cannot believe they've literally hatched the following day, and they're still hatching and dropping out of the plants as we speak, which is fantastic to witness. It really is. Normally when I was doing this years back, I would have just let nature take its course, wait the 3 to 5 days, let it all go, and then wake up and not really do anything like this. But this is just a complete new angle to film for me, and it's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. There you go guys, if you look right there, you can see a little one just breaking through the egg case there. You can see the top of the lid is popped open, and I don't think it's going to be long before he or she decides to make a break for it. Fantastic stuff, look at that. Okay guys, there's the little group of eggs there that we've been just looking at under high magnification. And as you can see how small they are compared to the tips of the tongs that I've got here. But you can see there's a couple up there, one or two which haven't been fertilised. But you can see the ones that are still fertilised. You can see those little egg cases just flapping away there on the top. That was the one we zoomed up in, where that little one was going to break free from, which is just there. We can see that one just, and that current as well in the water, just flapping that little lid. Maybe he's gone now, I don't know. Could be still in there still. I'm not sure how close I can get with this camera, but without it going grainy, I think that's going to be about the max I'm going to get before it starts breaking up a little bit. But you can still see them in there. We've got quite a few now free swimming. What I'll do is I'll just show you this little bit of kit that I was using, okay? Right, here's a little bit of kit that I was using. It's just a little clip-on. Clip straight onto your camera lens, over the top of your camera. It's got a little zoom, little focus, and it's also got a little LED light in there, so when you're shining it on it, you've got to literally touch the glass over the eggs to get a picture on it. But they're quite fiddly to get to use. You've got to be patient to get some good footage on them. And but I thought it did extremely well for about £5 off of eBay. There's lots of different ones on there, but this is the one I got, and I just thought I'd give it a try because I was itching to have a go at doing some really close-up footage of an egg and the little guy's hatching. And one of you said, "Oh, do you worry about your shrimp being in there?" Now, the reason why I put shrimp in with this tank was that the shrimp won't eat live eggs, and if a healthy egg, they'll leave them alone. There's a little guy down there, look, just swimming down the bottom of the tank there. He was down there. They won't eat, but they'll eat the fungused up eggs and the dying and dead eggs. They'll clean them up. So it's always good, and don't worry about if you've got shrimp in your tank, 'cause they're not going to harm the eggs, okay? But I just wanted to really cover this series, and I hope you're enjoying it so far with the 2 parts that we've done before. The last part was fantastic. I really enjoyed making that and getting that footage for you. We've got some amazing pictures there. You can start to see quite a few swimming around now, falling out of the plants. And we're zipping about with their little tails, and they're going to be feeding on them yolk sacs now for quite some time, for a couple of days at least, and then we can start adding the micro worms in, which we've got a heap of, little water worms, and we've got thousands upon thousands of freshly hatched brine shrimps as well for when they're ready for those. So we've got plenty of stock ready to bring these little guys up. So I'll get back to you guys when they've all hatched and we can get a little bit more footage of them swimming around the bottom, okay? Right, okay guys, you are looking now at a brand new, freshly hatched little Corydoras, little bronze cory. Look at that, those little fins flapping away. I've got it in a little bubble of water, and it's taken me quite some time to get this picture for you, but it is absolutely fabulous. It's a picture that I've never ever seen before in my life. I'll try and get it centralized again for you. There you go, there's a little bit better picture for you. And believe it or not, I've got to keep so still in the workshop here because it's a wooden floor, and literally just me moving my foot on the floor, it's making this camera judder because it's so magnified. But there you go, look at that. You can see those little fins. I'll just try and move it again so you can see those fins. They're like little paddles. Look at that. I've never ever seen that before. Those little propelling fins when they're first hatched, and this is literally just come out of the egg case. Absolutely fantastic, and it looks like one of those little water boatmen. I don't know if you're familiar with those little guys that hold upside down on the water and flap those little oars. Little oarsmen, little water boatmen they're called. But I've never seen those little tiny fins. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I'll try and get a bit more light onto the subject. There's the tail, that long tadpole tail going up to these little cup-shaped fins. Look at that, amazing. Well, we got some lovely footage there, guys, for you to see. I bet none of you have ever seen a baby one that small before. Could be the first time it's been filmed, I'm not sure. But we got lots more hatching out, and I'm going to get this little guy back into the tank with his brothers and sisters so we can start absorbing that yolk sac, which you can see on the side there. It's quite a big yolk sac either side of the stomach there. So that's going to be the first sort of day or so. They're going to be absorbing that, getting stronger, getting those little engines going, and then they're going to be firing all around the bottom of the tank looking for infusoria, micro worms, and all the good stuff that we're going to put in there very, very shortly. Okay guys, you're looking at some freshly hatched brine shrimp there under this little magnifier. It's pretty funky, all swimming around on a little bit of glass. Look at that, little arms going. They're not going to keep still, these guys. They're going to keep zipping in and out of shot. So, but they're fantastic to watch. Look at that. And that's what our little tiny corries are going to be feeding on. That and the water worms, which I'll get you a shot of. And I'll put some infusoria under this as well while I'm at it. And we can watch these little guys and see what they look like close up as well, okay? But look at that, fantastic. Freshly hatched brine shrimps. And there's a smaller one again there. He doesn't look too happy, that one. Not as quick as his mates. Micro World, fantastic place to visit. Right, let's have a look at some water worms, I think. Okay guys, there you go. There is a little tiny water worm under this high magnification. There's one of his little mates coming into shot there as well. I've just got them on a little glass slide and they're wriggling all over the place. There's a mixture of those and the brine shrimps there. I'll try and find them again for you, but they're very actively swimming through the water column. Wow, look at that. That little brine shrimp there looks like he's got his own built-in headlights. Fantastic. It's a little reflection coming off of somewhere, but that looks, it really does look like he's got superpowers, that one. Look at that. His own little headlights. Oh, another brine shrimp there. Yes, these guys are very, very busy. Hard to keep track of these little chaps. But that's what they're going to do on the substrate. They're going to wriggle around, and those little tiny corries are going to find them. Right, let's get some infusoria under here and we can have a look at that, I think. Right, there you go guys. There's infusoria. Now that's a different type from the last one we saw. They were the water worms. And these little guys, you're going to find them all over your aquarium. And like I said, when you're going to make an infusoria culture up, guys, okay, these are all on your plants. These things you can barely see with the naked eye. You've really got to be tuned in and look for them with a torch or a magnifying glass to see them, okay. But these are one of the best. Like I keep going on about it, they are the best first foods you're going to get for any size fry, okay, right down for, like, say, chili ras bora, all those micro little fry that you're going to get, okay, right the way up to Cory sizes and different fish like that, you know, even like Congo tetras and that. They're all going to take these as a first food, okay, and very, 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 very good for them. Brings them on, and let me try and get it. Oh, I think I found the mother lode there. Let me, there you go, look at that lot. I know a lot of people won't like squirming little things, but it's educational for you guys who do want to see what they're like. They look like little tiny flatworms, little nematodes they are. And they're very, very busy and very, very actively swim through the water as well. So there's three little types. You've had the water worms, the brine shrimp, and the infusoria under high magnification now. Now these are the foods we're going to be feeding to the Cory fry, and that should bring them on in leaps and bounds. Right, okay guys, it's day 3. A lot of little youngsters flying around. If we go through the old flipper magnifier here, I'll just zoom you up on the back and I'll put my torch in there And look at that lot. We've got no end of them swimming around there, and that's just under one corner. All busy looking for stuff to scoff. I'm going to start adding some micro worms in there probably tomorrow. I've had a couple of looks under there and they've still got a bit of yolk sac left, so I'm going to leave them for another day. Don't want to be polluting the tank up with unnecessary food. But look at that. No end of them in there. Fantastic stuff. And it's funny because when you come back from the tank, I'll turn that torch off there, it still looks like there's nothing in it, apart from the odd little white dot jumping off the bottom. But there's lots and lots of them swimming around there. And there's probably no end of them underneath the filter. Let's have a look under the filter. Yeah, there they are. Little guys will be hiding under there. Anyway guys, I hope you liked that little update on the Cory fry. Here's one of the proud mums back in the bench tank, having a little chill out after her breakfast. And as always, you're all stars. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Take care, bye for now. Bye bye.
Just me and my guitar.